Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Probably Plays YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, August 22nd, and I'm back breaking down a few more plays of the Thursday night slate of games in the MLB. We're going to be looking at the Baltimore Orioles going up against the Houston Astros as the first play of the day. And then for the best play of the day, it's going to be a match between the Milwaukee Brewers and the St. Louis Cardinals. Four total player props for the night's slates, with the two best player props being towards the end of the video. Hope everybody enjoys their Thursday, and let's break down some ball. All right, let's take a look at this graphic from Wednesday night. Currently 1-1. Both player props are finished. Rafael Devers didn't get anything going up against Justin Verlander. Thought he would. I think he struck out 3 times in this game. So bad pick there. Good pick with Tanner Gordon. Did you see Luis Garcia? What was it? Fourth inning, 1-0 count, middle, 93, fastball, right down the plate, hit it on an absolute line, 419, out to right center field to make it 5-0 for the good guys. Tanner Gordon had a really bad day on the mound. Nationals get the win. Good pick there. Mariners, Dodgers, under 7.5 runs, has not started yet. Going to start in about an hour. So I am recording a little bit early. Ellie De La Cruz, 2 singles going up against the Blue Jays in a wild game right now. The Reds on the money line. Of course, I called this one from the get-go. Nick Martinez, so good on the mound for the Reds. I'm just kidding. He allowed 6 runs before the Reds started to put up runs. But the Reds have scored 7 consecutive, so never out of it. Reds on the money line. Hopefully that one can still hit. And then Mookie Betts over 1.5 bases has not started yet, going up against the Mariners. Take a look at the leaderboard. 1-1 the player props right now. Still looking for that 1-0 day on the Mariners, under 7.5 runs there. But let's take a look at the plays for tomorrow. We're going to look at the Houston Astros going up against the Orioles. We're going to have one of the most reliable arms on the mound in the MLB for the Orioles, and that is where my loyalty is going to lie. I'm going to take them on the first 5 minus 0.5 as the play here. I really do think Corbin Burnes has been one of the best arms in baseball this season, and despite a couple bad games, 3 consecutive, I do think he's going to be able to get out of that and pitch well in this game going up against the Astros. Even though he has given up a total of 16 runs and 21 hits over the last 3 games, he's still coming in with a pretty good ERA, 3.10 and a 1.11 whip. He was really beaten up against the Boston Red Sox in the last start they had, gave up 8 runs off of 10 hits, only went 4 innings in that game, and that now makes 3 consecutive games giving up 3+ runs. But if you have been following along with the Astros over the last couple games, they had a really good game on Monday night going up against the Red Sox. They scored 5+, but they were basically shut out against the Red Sox on Wednesday afternoon. They threatened a couple times. I think they had the bases loaded twice in that game, but in the top of the order, even with Alex Bregman and Yordan Alvarez, they couldn't get anybody in. That's what we've been seeing lately out of the Astros. They can get some people on base, but they can't hit the people in whenever it matters. There's a reason Corbin Burnes was an all-star this season. I do believe we're going to see a bounce-back start here for him. One of the best arms in baseball. I also like my chance in this game because Spencer Arrighetti is going to be on the mound for the Houston Astros. He's bringing in a 5.20 ERA and a 1.45 whip. He's coming off a really bad game as well, going up against the worst team in baseball, the White Sox. He gave up 4 runs in that game, 7 total hits, not making it past the 6th inning. He's also had some problems keeping the ball in the ballpark, giving up 2+ home runs in 3 of the last 4 games. This is a rookie, so I'm not going to really dog on him too hard. His numbers on the year, they're not incredibly bad for a rookie. He has given up 3+ runs, though, in 6 of the last 10 games, not giving the Astros a lot of chances to win whenever he's on the mound. I am going to take the O's in this one. I like him here. First 5 minus 0.5 as the play. For the player prop on the screen, give me the big switch hitter, Anthony Santander, to go over 1.5 base against the Astros. I've already gone over the numbers for Spencer this season. He's given up way too many hits, and it's going to be a right-handed matchup for Anthony. I like the way this guy's been swinging the bat over the last couple of games. His batting average is not very good on the year. Only has a 237 batting average, but he does have 37 home runs. That is tied for 3rd. Going up against right-handed pitching on the season, he has 26 of those 37 home runs, also adding on 15 doubles and 2 triples. So we're going to see a lot of power in this game out of him. I like an extra base hit here going up against Spencer Arrighetti. Let's go to the best play of the day. And for the best play of the day, we're going to be looking at the Milwaukee Brewers going up against the St. Louis Cardinals. These teams, they don't like each other. And the Brewers over the last week, they've been playing some nearly perfect baseball, even with all their injuries in that lineup. They're not going to have Christian Yelich in this game. He's still dealing with that back injury. I believe he's getting surgery, so they're going to miss him the rest of the season. But the Brewers, they do have a lot of young guys that have been stepping in. I'm going to take them in this game to win this game on the money line as the play. The biggest reason I like the Brewers is because we're going to have a matchup going up against Miles McCullough, who will be pitching for the Cardinals. Miles McCullough and Patrick Corbin, they've been battling it out over the last couple seasons to see which guy can be worse. Right now, it is a pretty close battle. I still think we have to give the nod to Patrick Corbin, but Miles, he's making a case for himself over the last several games. Over the last 10, we have seen him give up 3+ runs in 7 of those 10 games, giving up 4+ runs in 6 of those 10 games. And looking at the total hits that he's giving up on the season, he's given up a total of 156. He's also allowed 7+ hits in 6 consecutive games, going up against some pretty bad teams as well over the last 6. This one hurts again. I'm going to say it, though. He's gone up against the Nationals. They're considered a bad team. He's also gone up against the Cubs twice. And against both of those teams, he gave up 7+ hits, 10 total runs to the Cubs, 3 runs to the Nationals. With the way the Brewers have been playing, though, recently, we should have no problem in this one, putting up a couple runs in the first 5 innings going up against Miles. On the other side, it's going to be Freddie Peralta, and I have had some bad things to say about him on the season, but he did a pretty good job in his last game going up against the Guardians. We don't typically see Freddie Peralta struggle. He was basically perfect for the Brewers since 2020, but this year things have just come a little bit harder. He is still coming in with decent numbers, a flat 4 ERA with a 1.21 whip. Those are his highest numbers since 2019, though, with the Brewers. In his last game going up against the Guardians, he was really good. He went 6 innings. He only gave up 1 run in that game. He has had some really good starts over the last 10 games, but he's also had some really bad games. And I usually don't like taking an inconsistent player on the mound. But in this case, with Miles McCollum on the mound on the other side, this is a no-brainer. We got to trust Freddie in this one. The Cardinals bats all season long, they have been bad. And the Brewers, they've been really good again over the last week, putting up runs. I'm going to take them in this game on the road on the money line as the play. For the player props on the screen, we're going to be looking at one of those young players that has been making an immediate impact for the Brewers. It's going to be Jackson Chourio to go over 1.5 bases against the Cardinals. This is going to be a really favorable matchup for everybody on the Brewers because Miles McCollum, he has given up a lot of hits over the last 6 or 7 games, but this will be a right-on-right matchup, and Jackson this season has been a lot better going up against right-handed pitching, having a 271 batting average, 28 extra base hits. He does have a ton of power on that side as well. 14 home runs with a 477 slugging percentage, and that's very good numbers compared to his 321 slug percentage with the left-handed pitching. I like this kid a lot for the Brewers. I think he's got a ton of potential. He's got a ton of talent. We should see him have a long career with the Brewers. I like him tonight, though, against Miles. Over 1.5 bases as the play there. Let's go over to the best batting prop of the day. We're going to be looking at the Yankees going up against the Guardians. Give me one of the best hitters in baseball, Aaron Judge, over 1.5 bases. The Yankees on Wednesday night, they are absolutely spanking the Guardians. They're currently up 7 runs to 0. I think Aaron Judge just hit another home run as I'm saying that. I think he hit another home run. That'd be crazy if you did. Anyway, now they're up 8-0 probably. The two sluggers on that lineup, they're doing the most damage so far. I think that makes back-to-back games now that Soto and Aaron Judge have both hit home runs. And why should it stop in this game? Two of the most dangerous men in baseball hitting second and third every single game. That's got to be painful for those guys in the division playing the Yankees. But I do like Aaron Judge in this game over 1.5 bases. This is going to be a matchup going up against Gavin Williams, and he has been all over the place this season, coming in with a 5.02 ERA and a 1.42 whip. In his last appearance going up against the Brewers, he gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, and a home run. And he's only given up 4 total home runs on the season, but he's only pitched 43 total innings. This is going to be a right-handed matchup, and there's 3 players in baseball this season that I would take automatic bets on going up against right-handed pitching. Those players are Aaron Judge, Bobby Witt Jr., and Ohtani. If you see a right-handed matchup on the mound, you take them basically every single time, no matter what. The numbers for Aaron Judge going up against right-handed pitching, he has 340 batting average, 58 extra base hits, and we're going to see the fastball over 50% of the time in this game. That's the best pitch that he's been hitting all season long, 383 batting average. And he's also hitting some secondary pitches well. The cutter is 353. The only downside to Judge this season has been his ability to hit some of the off-speed pitches. He's still really good against those pitches, but it's not like the fastball where he's hitting at 383. With the way he has been at the plate, though, recently, he's going to find his pitch. He'll probably find a fastball and send it over the wall. Give me his over 1.5 bases as the play here. For the best pitching prop of the night, take a look at this face. Just look at it. Soak in that face, because that is what Patrick Corbin has looked like since 2019, ever since he came over to the Nationals. The only man in baseball who makes losing look fun is Patrick Corbin this season, because every time he's on the mound, it looks like a home run derby. This is going to be a matchup going up against the Rockies, and I told you yesterday, watching the Nationals, betting on the Nationals, it's not for the weak hearted. We had them on the money line as the best play of the day a couple days ago. They put up 1 run. Then we took the pitching prop of Tanner Gordon. I told you to trust the process. They dominated him on Wednesday night. I'm begging you to trust the process one more time, because I know the Rockies have not been putting up a lot of runs in this series, but the only thing worse than Patrick Corbin in Major League Baseball is the Baltimore Orioles cutting Chris Davis a check for $10 million every year until 2034. Patrick Corbin, he's coming off one of his better performances going up against the Phillies, where he probably used witchcraft to not allow a lot of runs after he allowed 7 total hits, going only 4 innings in that game. I'm not entirely sure how he did it. He probably slaughtered a lamb before going out there as a sacrifice. Maybe he took the blood of the Philly fanatic, but he still has a 5.92 ERA. He's given up 3+ runs in 8 of the last 10 games. He's also given up 7+ hits in 4 consecutive games. And it's not like the Rockies are a bad hitting team. I say this all the time. The hitting's pretty good. The pitching is just extremely bad. This team is pretty good going up against that sinker as well this year. And Patrick Corbin is giving up a batting average of 343 to opposing teams with that pitch. I like things to get weird in this game. I'd love to see 20 runs scored in this one between the two teams. I think it's very possible with the way this series has gone so far. These two teams are the craziest teams in Major League Baseball. I firmly believe that. With Patrick Corbin on the mound, anything is possible. Give me the over 2.5 runs here as the best pitching prop of the day. Let's go over to the graphic. We're going to be looking at the Orioles. First 5 -1/2 against the Astros. Anthony Santander over 1.5 base against the Astros as well. Jackson Trio. Hopefully I'm saying that last name right. Chareo over 1.5 base against the Cardinals. Brewers on the money line going up against the Cardinals. Miles Coles on the mound. Aaron Judge over 1.5 base against the Guardians. And then Patrick Corbin over 2.5 runs going up against the Rockies. Guys, that's going to do it for the MLB picks and props for Thursday, August 22nd slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.